someplace else or send them back to Venezuela. I don't care where they go. This is wrong.
Look at this shit. No wonder they can't solve crime. They acting like a homeless shelter. The mayor's not communicating with the citizens of Chicago. Mayor Brandon Johnson. This video is with the Hyde Park residents. It's a community in Chicago. They just found out they're gonna house another 300 to 400 people in their area, and I guess in one of the vacant schools, and they're upset about it. And one of the aldermen was there. I guess he's over the Hyde Park district, and he said he just heard about it
Tonight from a Southside community where hundreds of migrants are about to be moved.
Yeah, it's happening in Hyde Park. Tia Ewing has the explosive meeting tonight.
2 buses showed up in the city of Chicago today carrying migrants, and we know at least for the week there's been 4 that have arrived here. And this is not the first time that migrants will call Hyde Park home. 120 lived at the Lakeshore Hotel in January and also March. Most residents didn't know anything about it, and this is the first time they are sounding off.
I don't want them there. Take them someplace else or send them back to Venezuela. I don't care where they go. This is wrong. You got 73% of the people homeless in this city are black people. What have you done for them?
There were lots of fireworks over the migrants moving into the Lakeshore Hotel for 6 months, where 300 can be housed. Also, the city says it's a fluid situation and it will need to revisit that timeline. Even the alderman, Desmond Yancey of the 5th Ward, says he just found out about it last week.
I found out on Wednesday, called a meeting immediately. I don't know what happened before I got here. But in the spirit of transparency, this is why we're in the room, because I felt it was important for community members to know what was going on in their neighborhood, even if the mayor's office wasn't willing to.
It was standing room only inside the promontory. Residents had a lot of questions about police patrols, the change noticed in communities where migrants currently are, and the future plans for dealing with the migrant crisis.
Plymouth Court and Van Buren, that site looks like basically a bomb went off. So I'm concerned about the sites where the migrants are.
We have shelter rules that we implement across the sites.
New arrivals must wait 150 days to apply for a work permit. Those on the front line of dealing with this crisis says part of the solution is getting migrants seeking asylum work.
Without some remedies from the federal action, whether it's funding or the ability for folks to work, we find ourselves in a hole.
And despite the overall response from residents, come this Friday, that is the earliest that migrants will start moving into the hotel. From Hyde Park, Tia Ewing, Fox 32, Chicago.
Where's Mayor Johnson at in all this? He wants migration. He's trying to call for federal aid, just like Mayor Eric Adams in New York. All these states they're just raising their hand up. Oh, we don't know what to do. But you said that your city was an asylum without talking to the residents of your city. And your city, your residents voted you in there. And you're not even concerned about your residents. The mayor is not even concerned about his own residents. This is the police station. One of the police stations, the 12th District Chicago Police Station. Look at this shit. No wonder they can't solve crime. They acting like a homeless shelter. This is the police station. You can't, say for instance, something was happening to you and you want to run in and say, help me, help me. You can't do this at this police station. You can't run in and say, help, I need help, because this is what the hallway look like. This is immigrants just sleeping on the floor in the police station, in the lobby. And this article is talking about a migrant living in Chicago police station hospitalized after being attacked by rivals in City Park. So other rival gang members of whatever city or country that they're coming from. He was attacked and they had to send him to the hospital. He was a 20-year-old victim, threatened with a knife, beaten and knocked unconscious by a rival migrant who lived in a nearby park. And then you're wondering why your residents are mad as hell at you. You're so focused on people that, and no offense to immigrants, we're all, literally everybody in America are immigrants. We all got here from one way or another. Unless we could say we're no longer immigrants. We were born on American soil. But look at this. These are not taxpayers. The taxpayers are paying for this. And they're trying to shuffle programs. Our last talked about Chicago. We revealed that they was trying to shuffle programs to pay for immigration. Community programs, whatever programs to pay for immigration. And then another problem is they got to stay there 150 days just to get a work visa. So they can't even earn their keep for 150 days. That's 6 months. Brandon Johnson, they was asking him about immigration. He gets mad and leave.
Leaving, unfortunately, we still have questions for him. Do you have questions for the mayor?
Is that being addressed at all?
We're addressing all of it. And, you know, again, the number of families that could help grow our economy, quite frankly, that number is endless. So to have businesses and, again, the full force of government at every single level is critical in this moment. And what I've always said repeatedly, that is my responsibility as mayor of the city of Chicago to bring people together. And we're doing just that.
Governor Pritzker, in 2021 you said that you passed a law saying Illinois is involved in each state. So why aren't some of these migrants being shipped to the other 101 counties throughout the state of Illinois?
We're a welcoming state. Well, you should ask the governor of Texas. You should ask the governor of Florida why they're sending people, shipping people, many of them, frankly, without their consent, to the city of Chicago. That's where they're sending them. So that you're asking me why are they doing that? I can only tell you it's a political maneuver on their part and indicative of the partisan nature of what the other party is talking about on immigration. They just don't want to get to a solution.
Yeah. That other communities, is there a way to work with them? And the mayor's leaving, unfortunately, we still have questions for him. Do you have questions for the mayor? Do you think other communities might, with your help, help take the burden off the city?
Well, they have. I think that you're aware that we've had a number of mayors in suburban areas, in ex-urban areas, who've actually raised their hand and helped out. You've seen that. I want to, say specifically a couple of the mayors who really have been heroes in this endeavor in welcoming them to their areas. So it's not an obligation. It is something, though, that is an indication of someone's frankly, compassion, whether they're willing to help us manage through the challenge of asylum seekers arriving, and they're arriving every week, as you know, week in and week out.
So yeah, Mayor Brandon Johnson, he didn't want to answer the questions. So he said he answered all the questions, so he didn't want to answer any more questions. So that's what you got with Mayor Brandon Johnson.